Alright, Flames fans, welcome aboard. It's me, Anand again. Happy when Thursday to you. Losing track of my days as well. But welcome inside my basements today. Game Over Calgary is live as we speak. Thanks for spending the Thursday evening with us as the Flames take this one. A score of 5-4, a win. Finally, a first win in their road trip in the eastern side into New Jersey Devils against former Flame Jacob Markstrom, goaltender. We'll talk about him just moments time as he had some struggles inside the net, and then we saw some revenge. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll talk about one player that stood out. We'll talk about that in just a moment, and a whole lot more coming up right here on Game Over Calgary. It's going to be a bit of a busy show because I have some news to share as well on the Flames front, and we'll talk about a few players as well because season is coming to a close, and we have General Manager Craig Conrad has some decisions to make. All right, let's get to it. But before that, hello to Mr. Watts. Mr. Watts, I'm doing good. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Let me know in the chat. Thanks for hopping on early, and thanks to KQ as well. KQ, welcome aboard. Good to see you as well. As the Flames win this one by a score of 5-4, a revenge game, to say none the least. And I think the Flames came out strong. They are now 52-0 when scoring four goals or more. And as well, I didn't know the score would be this close because it was only 5-4 they won by. But the Devils made it interesting, but little too late. So we'll start with how the Flames started. They opened the scoring with after scoring no goals in New York in the New York Rangers. In the famous Madison Square Garden. So we'll keep that thought. Do you think we extend Beecher since he scored 2 goals today? Mr. Watts, I'll get to that in just a moment because that's going to be one of my topics. But let's go through a scoring summary to begin with. John Beecher opens the scoring, surprisingly. I know he got injured right before the Olympic break, came back. He was still slow to start, but he scored 2 goals today. Unbelievably, assisted by Martwick Gridden. Great setup by Martwick Gridden to set him up. And then Markstrom, as you know, from the round 2 series. From the round 2 series a couple years ago in the playoffs, came to struggle, played to struggle, and he did that tonight. So Jacob Markstrom didn't look good in net tonight. So that was, I guess, a good sign for the Flames. But if you're thinking about a top pick still, maybe you don't like this win. But regardless, I think if you can win 1 or 2 out of the many they play, totally fine with that, and this one would have been kind of a moral booster for the new Flame members as well. Alright, so John Beecher would open the scoring, assisted by Martwick Gridden. Great setup by Martwick Gridden. Shortly after that, Kevin Ball, what a snipe, what a shot, what a bullet. Assisted by Adam Klapka and Oli Mata, who seems to be performing really well. He struggled against Utah Mammoth coming in, and now he has put up multiple points in just 3 games he has played. And Oli Mata, what a shot, setup, and then what a shot by Kevin Ball, the former Devil. If you didn't know, we got Kevin Ball from the Jacob Markstrom trade, and he continues to trend in a positive way. So that's 2-0 for the Flames. Shortly after, the Devils, though, would cut back their deficit. It was Maxim Tuplikov. Apologies if I mispronounced his name. Assisted by Bouchard. That was an unfortunate turnover by Hunter Brustevich. He couldn't hold control of the puck and clear it. So it lands in the stick of Tuplikov, and great shot from him to make it 2-1. Wolf couldn't do anything with that. So that would how the period end, 2-1. And regardless, a great period for the Flames. Of course, Markstrom struggling yet once again. All right. Let's see. Mr. Watts, do you think we should extend Beecher since he scored 2 goals today? I don't think Beecher fits the agenda for what the Flames are looking for right now, especially because you want to get youngsters in. I think Beecher is around that. Is he 30 or something like that? Let me just take a look. Um, and he showed flashes only today. If he can keep it consistent, I don't mind giving him a. Oh, he's 24 only. Okay, interesting. You know, if he can show some more flashes, then I'm okay for keeping him. He's a sender, of course, but he needs to stay consistent. He has been in and out of the lineup for the Flames, so if he can show the consistency, if he can put maybe 1 point or show he has great flashes, then totally keep him. But it would be a curious thing to know. It was a weird Flames waiver pickup that we know. Will they sign him if he becomes consistent, like I told you? For sure. Mr. Watts, do you know if Wittenbach went to the Flames game? Yes, he was at the New York Rangers game. He was talking with General Manager Craig Conroy. I believe he wore a Calgary hoodie. He had great Patrick shoes as well. Don't expect him to see in the NHL this season, and maybe not next season. He will go and play a sophomore year in the college, and maybe the season after. You can probably see him as a Flame, but such a good player to keep an eye out for if you're not following the prospects pool for the Calgary Flames. Al is here. Hi, Al. Just wondering what you think of Jarry's performance tonight. Would we be winning if it wasn't him for letting 5 goals? I did see that it was 5-0 for the Dallas Stars earlier tonight. I think the Oilers cut the deficit into 3. Let me just take a look. Yeah, 5-2 still at the end of the second period. Yeah, maybe the Oilers fans are definitely little concerned about in the goaltender of Tristan Jarry. Connor Ingram is healthy from my what understanding because he got hit with the skate. I believe was it yesterday or day before. And Nathan McKinnon pounced on top of him. That was an accidental bump by Darnell Nurse as well. So maybe I'll ask you that question. Are you concerned with the goaltending of the Oilers? I believe you told me you're an Oilers fans once, but welcome to the program regardless. Thanks for joining us. Let me know what your thoughts are as we continue this program. So that was the first period, just the 2-1 score. Then the Devils had bit of a control coming out of the gates in the second period, but then the Flames took it right back when Joel Hanley would take a 4-minute penalty, a high-sticking double minor. On that note, I'm curious to hear as well from everyone. The Flames have had trouble drawing penalties, so like their power play hasn't worked, or they haven't gotten as many as power plays. They got 2 last game and they didn't score in any of the 2. From what I remember, against the New York Rangers, the Flames haven't got as many as power plays after probably Nazem Kadri left, and I know he was an expert at drawing penalties, and the power plays hasn't been tested as much. Hopefully it turns around shortly. So Johnny Beecher would score his second of the night unassisted, and that came from a short-handed goal because of thanks to Joel Hanley who took that penalty. And that was a nice shot as well from Johnny Beecher, and he makes it 3-1 for the Calgary Flames. Shortly after, in that same penalty, the Devils would score a power play goal. Nemec, assisted by Jacob Markstrom. That's the one lifeline Jacob Markstrom sort of gets for the rest of the night. Jacob Markstrom gets an assist, assisted by Hughes as well. And that on the power play, 3-2 for the Flames, and the Devils score a power play goal. Shortly after that, Sharon Govich. What a nice play by Ryan Strom. Okay, and Ryan Strom, Victor Olofsson and Oli Mata, all the three players that the Flames acquired to trade, has now points. Ryan Strom specifically is multiple points per game now. And so Ryan Strom assisted and Olofsson for the Sharangovich goal. Nice tag play from Strom to Sharangovich to beat Jacob Markstrom, and that another a large low shot event. And Sharangovich gets that past Jacob Markstrom, and it's 4-2. Then later on, Michael Backlund would score his milestone goal. That's his 600th NHL point. Michael Backlund, assisted by Joel Farabee and Braden Pahal. Braden Pahal, I believe, had a tough game tonight, but I'll give credit for this assist. Again, Backlund, a nice shot, but a sneaky one that gets past Jacob Markstrom and his 600th NHL point. And then shortly after, is a Jack Hughes or Lucas Hughes? I always, of course, you should remember there is a Jack Hughes and a Lucas Hughes inside New Jersey Devils. So it's Jack Hughes that gets the 5-3 goal for the Devils. It's assisted by Hamilton and Jasper Bratt. Nice entry from Jack Hughes and gets past Dustin Wolf. A great shot. Nothing Dustin Wolf could do. And then shortly after that, it would be Lucas Hughes on a power play assisted by Jack Hughes and Jasper Bratt. That's at 1956. Little too late because just 3.7 seconds remained in the game, and the Flames win it 5-4. Alright, quick other stats as well. Dustin Wolf stopped 27 out of 31 shots he faced for 8.71 save percentage. Jacob Markstrom stopped 24 out of 29 for a .828 save percentage. The Flames get no empty net goal despite Markstrom being pulled with around the 2-minute mark. And the two penalties were Joel Hanley, both to Joel Hanley actually. Joel Hanley took a high sticking 4 minutes double minor. And then as well, Joel Hanley took a cross-checking at the 19:05-minute mark, giving them that power play goal. Otherwise, it would have been remained at 5-3. 3 stars tonight from Sportsnet. Third star, Yegor Sharangovich. Second star, Kevin Ball. And first star, Johnny Beecher with the 2 goals as well. Face-offs, the Devils were better in the face-offs, 56.4%. They won 31 face-offs. No power plays for the Flames, but the New Jersey Devils go for 2 for 3 on their power play. That was the 3-2 Devils goal and the 5-4 Devils goal. 22 hits delivered by the Flames, 14 for the Devils, and shots were 31 in favor of the Devils and 29 in favor of the Flames, as the Flames win a game on the road against the New Jersey Devils. Alright. Few stuff in the chat. Yes, I'm an Oilers fan, and no, I'm not really concerned about our goaltenders since they're better than Skinner was, and we will go to the finals again. Good luck to that. Hope your wish comes true. Ryan Strom used to play for us. Yeah, I believe Ryan Strom played a couple seasons, if I'm not mistaken. Why did Dustin Wolf play 2 games? It should have been Cooley tonight. You know, probably they knew Markstrom was gonna start. So, and we haven't seen a Markstrom versus Wolf battle yet this season or this year. So I believe that's the reason probably why they went with Dustin Wolf, Mr. Watts. And they will probably have Devin Cooley back on net on Saturday, but who knows? The Flames won tonight. Do they go with Dustin Wolf again on Saturday? Who knows? But I would say go Devin Cooley on Saturday when we take on the Islanders, the second last game before the road trip ends. KQ Singh, Oilers should take notes. Sure, why not? Mr. Watts is saying, have you ever talked to anyone from Flames Nation Barn Burner before? I know Mike Gold from Flames Nation. He's a good friend of mine. He has appeared in a couple of podcasts of my show, Hockey Talk with Anand. I've also know Robert Munich, Bobby, who they call him most often. who produces the clips and highlights for these games. I've talked to him before. He has come on my show as well. I have briefly chatted with Ryan Pinder. I've chatted to Ryan Pike as well. I've met him. Actually, I went for a Road Flames game to Edmonton last year, or maybe the year before, 2024, maybe. I went to Rogers Place to see the Flames Battle of Alberta. The Flames lost that one though. They blew a lead. Otherwise, we could have been in the play. I would say that was one of the games that the Flames could have been in the playoff last season. But unfortunately didn't win that one. They blew a lead, I believe. The Oilers won 4-3 or something like that, if my memory serves me correct. Alright, that's your first period scoring summary, and a look at the chat. Let's head to period number 2 with some big news of the day. Big news of the day comes from Craig Conroy, yet once again keeping an eye on a prospect, a free agent college signing. He has signed Tyson Gross from Calgary, local Calgary product. 2-year entry-level contract. I believe it's worth 956K AAV. It's a 2-year, two-way deal. And I'm being told, I have heard that Tyson Gross will make his NHL debut sometime later this season. They want to get him some NHL games. And I don't think he's eligible for AHL yet until the next year. So look to see Tyson Gross getting some action in the NHL. Looking at his profile, I know he has played for the Calgary Flames, U18 AAA. In the Alberta Elite Hockey League, he played for the Drumheller Dragons in the AJHL, Alberta Junior Hockey League. So he is well familiar with the Calgary hockey system. So that should be exciting. On that note, because they signed Tyson Gross, Craig Conroy has just 2 contract spots left to sign. He's at 48 now. He has 2 more. I wonder who they sign. It should be an interesting topic anyway to discuss. There is Abram Weeb, who we got from the Rasmus Anderson trade. Rasmus Anderson trade from the University of North Dakota. We have Cole Rashney, who is knocking on the door. There is Eaton Wittenbach, who I told at the beginning of the show, unlikely to play any NHL games this season. Does he get signed? Who are the college prospects? We have Eric Jameson. Does he get a chance? All that thoughts. But 2 contract spots left for the general manager Craig Conroy to sign. But it's official now. Tyson Gross has been signed to an entry-level contract. We'll see him probably soon in one of the games towards the end of the season. I don't know how soon, because there is already a logjam of forwards. We have seen Lomberg sit out. We have seen Martin Pospisil sit out. We have seen Lines go in a blender. I don't know if there is one spot you can put him right now. But definitely. What do you think? What did you think of Rogers Place when you were there? Do you remember meeting me? What did I think of Rogers Place? Fun, cool building. There were a lot of people inside. It was buzzing. The food was a little expensive though for my liking, but had good food. And do I remember meeting you? I don't know if I met you. Did I? If I did and I forget, I apologize, but I don't know if I met you or not. KQ saying go Flames go. What is your opinion on Carter Wilkie? He has had good. I believe he's Calgary Wranglers, right? I don't want to get mixed up my prospects. Hold on, give me 1 second. Carter Wilkie. Yeah, he's with the Wranglers. Hasn't stood out as much. Has had some good flashes. Carter Wilkie right now. Let's take a look at this quickly. Carter Wilkie is with the Calgary Wranglers. Yeah, 15 games played. No points. He's also with the Rapid City Rush. Yeah, no points with the Calgary Wranglers yet. So not a standout, but definitely a decent player. We'll see what his ceiling is towards the end of the season. All right, a few game notes as well. Once we talked about Tyson Gross, the fourth line was the best for the Flames tonight. That stood out. The Beecher line. Zari was in the fourth line as well. Zari wasn't that noticeable tonight, but the line itself was amazing. Wolf, unbelievable. You can keep him out anytime. He has been amazing. And then if the game would have gone from the Flames' hand, especially after being 5-3 or 5-1, then I would have probably blamed it on Hanley taking those two penalties. Hanley has had a rough stretch. I wonder, because Zayne Parekh sat tonight for load management reasons, I wonder if they can work in both Brustovic and Parekh in next game and give Hanley a break. Hanley and Pahal had some tough times tonight. I wonder if he can do something like that. And I believe I heard, was it on the Sportsnet TV broadcast or on the radio, one of them mentioned that White Cloud could return as soon as Saturday. That's the hope against the New York Islanders. The Flames would love Zach Whitecloud back. That would be the fun one. All right, Mr. Watts again with another question. Did the Wranglers get uniforms for the next game? They will get it. Yes, I believe they're playing. Is it tomorrow, Friday? Yeah, 13th. The Friday they are taking on the Manitoba Moose. They will be wearing their St. John Flames game jerseys, which I talked about, I believe, last show as well. But I'll quickly refresh your memory. It is the St. John Flames jersey where 25 years ago they won the Stanley Cup, sorry, not Stanley Cup, Calder Cup in the AHL. So they'll be featuring that jerseys for a throwback jersey. I believe they'll wear it on Friday and Sunday at the Scotiabank Saddledome as the Wranglers. Also in some trouble later in this season as well. They are going through the depletion of roster as well, with Matvey Graydon in the lineup with the Flames, Hunter Brustovic now. Rory Cairns is injured week to week. So the Wranglers, bit of a struggling run. Hopefully they can pull it through and make it to the playoffs. They will have Hunter Brustovic and Matvey Graydon available if that's the case. But we'll see. Also, I believe the AHL trade deadline is tomorrow as well. So we'll see if any moves are made in that front. So don't be surprised if you see a trade from the Flames. That will be more of an American League move. Coronato has been snake bitten KQ. Unfortunately, feel poor for that guy. Hopefully next season he can turn it around. Do you think we should make these lines when we have the new arena? Future lineup in the new arena is Bry, Coronato, Reshny, McKenna. That's one line that everybody is talking about. I know one of my closest friends wants to work that line, Coronato, Reshny, McKenna. Then Graydon, Potter, Wittenbach. That would be amazing. Stromgren, Hansek, and Basha. That sounds cool as well. Zari, Karan, Oatman. One thing I'll tell you about Karan, I believe he's out of the season for a shoulder injury. Let's see how his recovery process looks and works out. But sending good vibes, good wishes that way. But definitely would love to see Karan centering that, and Othman. For defense, I see Bal and Makar. We'll see if the Flames can get Makar. I remain optimism as well. But if the Colorado Avalanche goes and signs him, don't be surprised as well. Kuznetsov and Parekh. And Brustovic and DuPont. And then Wolf and Cooley. Yeah, this is gonna be a great of a future lineup. Mr. Watts, let your dream come true. Let it come dream through for the Flames. I so much would love to see this. This is going to be so stellar, and I can't wait to see a Stanley Cup in my lifetime. And yep, KQ. Hopefully we get Teach and Joe. I don't know if Utah Mammoth wants to give up Teach, but Mr. Watts, that would be fantastic. And Joe, hopefully we can draft him depending on if he's the best player available on the board as well. All right, let's head into the second last period. The third period, I told we'll have some decisions for Craig Conroy to make. I have a long list of players who are going to be UFAs and RFAs come this season. Let's go through them quickly. So Ryan Lomberg is going to be a UFA this season. I'm going to say keep him just because he is an enforcer for us. He's a great energy guy, great locker room guy. So keep Ryan Lomberg, especially if you can maybe sign him for a 2 more year deal. Olofsson, I want to see more from him. I liked his game tonight. He had an assist. So could you see a little bit more from him? So I'll keep him at a 50-50 if you want to re-sign him or not. Jake Bean, depending on what his injury is, I don't think anybody has officially announced it yet from what I last heard. So Jake Bean, depending on his injury, his recovery, I will say don't sign him again. Already we have a backlog in the defense. So thank you for your service, Jake Bean. In that way, so don't sign him. He can go give his services elsewhere. Then there is Daniel Miramano, who is also becoming a UFA. Same thing to Miramano. If you can maybe get him an AHL deal, get him. Otherwise, thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. Don't think there is a spot for you either. Justin Kirkland, same thing. If your shootout skills were a bit more stellar, I know he missed a couple of shootouts this season for the Wranglers as well. Maybe if we can showcase that a couple more times, let him get an AHL deal. Otherwise, Kirkland as well. Thank you for your service. Hope you can find a new home maybe. Bishop, I'm going to say he stays, he gets signed just because he's a captain of the Wranglers. But we'll see if there is any other captain material down there in the AHL Wranglers. Next, Chichak. Once again, if you can find him maybe an AHL deal, if the Flames need or the Wranglers need a veteran, probably Nick Chichak. But otherwise, thank you for your service as well, Nick Chichak. And Prosvetov, you keep him. You want a goaltender, Russian caliber goaltender. You want to maybe give him some NHL experience. Just in case as a backup, keep him, Prosvetov. Let's look through. I think we should trade for one of your goalies, says Al. I don't know if Craig Conroy will be keen to trade for a trade to the Edmonton Oilers. I could be wrong. But with the rivalry, I don't know if it will happen. But good idea though. I've heard many people suggest that a trade to the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know how keen that will be happen. But who do you want? Do you want the Devin Cooley? Do you want the Ivan Prosvetov? I don't think you're getting Dustin Wolf regardless. But either the Devin Cooley, Ivan Prosvetov, maybe one of those are your two options. I don't think the trade will go through, but regardless, those are your two available options if you need them. All right, RFAs, restricted free agents, Beecher. I'm going to go 50-50 tonight. Just because of the game he did tonight, game he had tonight, so we'll put him as a 50-50. William Stromgren, I want to see a two-way deal for him. I want to see his NHL potential. He just played that one game in the fourth line and didn't get to showcase much. Stromgren. Same thing for Carter King. I think another AHL guy. So if we can get an AHL deal for him. Oathman, I want him to sign. I want him to get some meaningful NHL minutes, and I want to see him in the Wranglers as well. Because he's the new guy who's getting to look for a new scene with the Calgary Wranglers coming from the Rangers. If you missed that trade, that was just a mini trade as well. Jacob Battaglia got sent to the New York Rangers in exchange for Brandon Oathman. Parker Bell as well, if you can find him maybe an AHL deal, you can do so. Lucas Iona, same thing, probably an AHL caliber. Rory Cairns as well. Get him a two-way deal if you can. Play him in the NHL, play him in the AHL once he's healthy and fit. Sam Morton as well. I would like to see him in the AHL and NHL sometimes, so keep him around. Gavin White as well, since it was a minor league trade, you can keep him in the AHL. And Grushnikov, I don't know if he's NHL ready, but I want to see him with some NHL minutes. So can we get Grushnikov some games as well, is the thought. Cooley for Jari. I don't know if I want a Jari back though. I think I'm happy with the goaltenders I have. I don't think it's gonna happen regardless. What did you think of the goalie Dustin Nickel? Did he even play a game for the Flames though? I know he has been a great e-bug. He has a cool name. Let's see if he did play a game. I want to refresh my memories. Let's see quickly. Yeah, no. Oh, he did play for the Calgary Canucks though, which is a team in the Calgary, Alberta Junior Hockey League. But I don't think. When do you think Backlund should retire? I'm gonna say he's gonna play for the rest of the 2 more years. He has the contract for, and maybe once he's inside the new building, maybe he'll call it retire. But I don't see it anytime soon though. It's still ways away. All right, that was my discussion of all the players that are part of the UFA and RFA list. If you want to argue, disagree, feel free to let me know in the chat if I was wrong with anything. But let's quickly head into the chat line again. I've been reading most of your chats, but let's work them all the way from the top and then we'll call it done, as the Flames now are back on the road again on Saturday against the New York Islanders. It's another 5 p.m. puck drop. I don't know why it's so early. Conrad will have that post-game show for you. Because I'll be at work with CJ92, my part-time job. But let's take a look here. So the Vancouver Canucks still at the rock-solid bottom. 46 points, 32nd in the NHL. And right above them is our own Calgary Flames with 13 points of a difference. They are 31st in the league with 59 points. And then right before that is Chicago Blackhawks. So the Flames, despite this win, haven't gained any ground. And let's take a quick look at the wildcard spot. It's the Utah Mammoth and the San Jose Sharks that have the wildcard positions right now. And I want to take a quickly look at the score. Edmonton Oilers. The Dallas Stars have a 6-2 lead against the Edmonton Oilers as well. The New York Rangers are winning against the Winnipeg Jets by a score of 5-3. The Utah Mammoth have a 1-0 lead against Chicago Blackhawks. Okay, one thing, talking about the Utah Mammoth. Okay, this has been a story that's been floating around on Twitter. I would like an owner for the Flames, a young generation owner that is willing to probably give some giveaway stuff for the fans. The Utah Mammoth owner, if you didn't hear the rumblings on Twitter, or if you're not on Twitter or formerly known as X, there is the Utah Mammoth owner who gave away, I believe, around 20 tickets worth or 20 seats worth to the owner suite, multiple suites around the building, inside the Utah Mammoth building. He was giving away tickets for that so people could enjoy. What a great honor he is, and what an amazing effort by him to grow the sport, to give away to the fans who have been dedicated fans to the Utah Mammoth. So one request from me, maybe in the future, Murray Edwards, if you're listening to this show, I know you may not, but please do give us some fun, entertaining stuff for Flames fans to enjoy. Maybe in the Saddle Dome, or maybe when we move to Scotia Place. That's my request, my wishful thought. However you want to take it, you can. All right. Why has Don Maloney not made any public statements recently? A, because of the disastrous comments he made last time he was on the air. And I believe that time itself, Don Maloney was like the last straw of a gas they needed. They were looking to talk to someone else. I believe Brendan Parker wanted to talk to someone else, but instead got Don Maloney. So I think those are the couple of reasons why we haven't seen Don Maloney again. And I think it's probably a good thing. But for the interest, for the fun of it, for the smoke of it, I would like to hear Don Maloney again. But will it happen anytime soon? No, because I know the Flames fans now trust the direction that the Flames have taken. All right, Bax will be part of the organization after for sure. Yeah, I could see maybe as a player development or a mentor or whatever it be. Has a team ever had a successful rebuild? The Buffalo Sabres are doing a rebuild, but I missed the playoffs for 14 straight season. Do you think this will happen to us? If you see Buffalo right now, I believe they're on a 9-game winning streak, and they might make the playoffs this season. That's the high hopes. I believe they're top of the NHL right now. So good to see. If the Flames do it the right way, so like we talked about how we get a McKenna this coming draft, we get a Landon Dupont next draft. I don't think it will take as long because the Flames have done so good in drafting. They have good done trades wise as well. As you saw, they got a haul for Mackenzie Weegar. They got a haul for Nazim Kadri. They got good prospects for Rasmus Anderson. So if we continue to trade well, draft well, I don't see it taking as long. But we'll have to see. Why do we barely give anything away? Is it because Murray Edwards live in Switzerland? The only giveaway I got recently was a scratchy 20% off the team store. Yeah, that's the giveaway one all we ever get. But I don't know, Mr. Watts, have you installed the Flames app? There is a Club Red memberships that's going on right now where you can win points and then enter for giveaways. There is, I believe, as of late, there is a Blake Coleman signed jersey you can enter for points for giveaway. You can as well, I believe, there is, if you have a kid between 8 to 14 years old, you can enter for them to be them part of a Telus skater. What do you where do you usually sit at the Saddle Dome? What is your favorite section? Al, to be honest, I've sit at all three areas of the Saddle Dome. Actually, I've sat in the press level. I've sat on the second ball and first ball. My favorite one is about section 229. So that's in the right in the middle of the ice. In the second ball, section 229, you can see all the areas of the hockey rink or hockey ice surface. Did Conroy officially call it a rebuild yet, or is it still a rebuild? I know the Oilers are not rebuilding since we always make the playoffs. The Yes, Conroy said you can call it whatever you want. You can still call it a rebuild. You can still call it a rebuild. But his goal remains the same. He wants to stay young. He wants to stay skilled, and he wants to put a great talent on the ice. So the Flames now are back in action on the road against the New York Islanders on Saturday at 5 p.m. and then back on Monday again against the Detroit Red Wings. All right, quickly just reversing back through the chat. Do we should we extend Beecher? I am still not decided on that one. Still need to see a few more games from him as long as he is consistent. Ryan Strom had a great game tonight. We talked about how a dream of lineup would come. Did Eric Francis ask that question to Conrad? I don't know who asked that question. I think it's part of the general media who asked these questions. I don't remember who specifically, but yeah. Okay, so that would do it. I think I have answered everybody. We talked about Dustin Nickel. We talked about rebuild and rebuild. It is beach day. Yeah, they were Yeah, they work hard each game. Who are we talking about? KK, sorry. Just lost a train of thought. And what is your favorite jersey you own? Okay, that's my final question. I'll leave it at that. Mr. Watts is asking what is your favorite jersey I own. I only have two jerseys, unfortunately, at the right now. I have a Flames blank one, which is just a regular home jersey blank one at the back, nothing on the back, just a Flames logo in the front. I have that one. I do have a Matthew Kachak Flames jersey, number 19, that I couldn't get rid of. I don't want to get rid of because it was given to me to by my family friend as a birthday gift, so I can't do anything with that, unfortunately. And then I have a couple of Flames t-shirts as well, just regular casual t-shirts as well. What is your opinion on Ken Nielsen? 140 141 point year with the Flames. I know Michael Backlund is close to passing him, or at least I think I've tried with Ken Nielsen. But I wasn't even a Flames fan when Ken Nielsen was playing, so I have to do some research about that. For those who don't know, I became a Flames fan in late 2022, so not that far behind. So I'm still learning the history of the Flames. I'm still getting to learn about all the legends, but I do know Lanny McDonald, Mika Kiprasov. I know Jerome Gilla, all were legends, but there are still few I need to research and learn about. So maybe next time you see me on a post game show, Mr. Watts, ask me about Ken Nielsen. All right. Ken Nielsen played for us too and won the cup for us. Interesting. Okay, good to know. I'll research more about Ken Wilson before the next show. But on behalf of myself, thanks to Al, thanks to Mr. Watts, thanks to KQ, and the rest of you watching who stayed behind incognito and watched. Really appreciate it hanging out with us tonight. We will be back on Saturday. I won't be back though. It will be Conrad who will have the post game show on Saturday against the New York Islanders. Another 5 p.m. Ollie Park drop. Have yourself a great rest of your week. Have yourself a great weekend. And take it easy. And have a great weekend as well. And we'll see you back next week. You have been watching Game Over Calgary. And this is your host, Anand Unnithan.